Picture this. You are assigned as a business analyst on a critical and high visibility project. You need to complete your analysis in a short time frame. How would you approach this situation? How can you ensure your analysis is thorough and you covered all scenarios and documented those in the FRS document? In my IT and domain consulting career, I have worked on more than 25 projects that required deep analysis. Based on my experience, I have developed a proprietary analysis framework, Popular, that can be applied to any project to ensure your analysis is quick and foolproof. Popular is an acronym that enables you to develop a structured thinking for analysis and interviewing stakeholders. Though this framework is very detailed and I teach that in the BA class, through this video I want to give a quick overview of the Popular framework. In the Popular acronym, the first letter P stands for product, problem, and people. So whenever you join a project as a BA, first you need to understand the product or the platform you're working on or the problem you're going to work on. So what is the platform? What problems it solves? Who are the users of this platform? What is it that they use it for? And how do they use it? So this will give a quick understanding of what's the product all about, what the problem it solves, and who are the different types of users of this platform or who are the different users of this platform. The second alphabet, O, represents objective and options. You want to understand what is the objective of the project. Say the objective is to automate the manual processes out there or redesign a process or add a functionality. What exactly is the objective of the project so that you can be sure that how you want to approach this problem. Now, as you know that there can be multiple technology solution or process solution for a problem. So what are these solutions? What are the solutions that have been analyzed? What are the solutions we need to analyze, right? What are the solutions that we can consider and how are we going to arrive at a decision? So now this P and O, which is the product, problem, and people, and objectives and options together constitutes the discovery phase. Now that you know the problem statement, the objective of the project, you can really start focusing on analyzing the solution. The third letter P in the acronym Popular is for the process flow. So as a business analyst, you need to understand what are the different steps in the process. What is it that the user is trying to achieve and how are they achieving? What are the steps involved in there? What are the alternate scenarios in there? What are the risks in there? So you analyze all of those things. And the next letter U in Popular stands for user interaction and user interface, where you analyze what are the screens needed for each of the process steps out there. How do users interact with the system? What are the use cases out there? The data that you see on the screen, where is that data coming in from? Or the data that you're inputting into the screen, how is it being stored and how is it being used? So you need to analyze all of these things, where the data is coming from, what is the data on the screen, where is the data going, if you're inputting something, what are the next steps or how the process flows, what are the next screens coming up. You need to analyze all of those things when you are doing your functional analysis. The next letter in the Popular acronym is L, which stands for life cycle event. When it comes to life cycle event, you think through what is going to be the user's interaction end to end. As an example, how is the user's account created? What are the access rights for the user? What kind of access the user would need? How is the user session managed? What kind of communication need to happen with the user? If a process is completed, let's say you're working on a credit card application, and if the application is completed, what kind of emails go out to the customers? How does that entire journey look like? And what are the steps that you need to think through where the customer can go wrong? What happens if the session is timed out? Or what happens if the customer is logged out? How the customer is going to recover the password? Or what happens if the customer moves from one device to another device? So you need to analyze the life cycle events and think through how it is going to work. The second last alphabet in the Popular acronym is A, which stands for algorithms that need to be considered for the solution. So if there are any calculations, then what is the formula for that? If you're displaying a product, then what is the algorithm for that? If there is a search out there, so what is the algorithm to show up the search results? So you need to think through what are the algorithms which are applicable. Let's say you're calculating the EMI for a mortgage. So how is the EMI calculated, right? What are the different payment options out there? What are the different algorithms for calculating? So you need to think through what all those algorithms are and how are they going to work. What is the calculation in there so that you can document that. And the final alphabet in the popular acronym is R, which stands for risk, report, and regulations. So when you are analyzing a system, you need to understand that what kind of reports may be needed by business users, what kind of management reports need to be created. You need to think through what are the risks in the project. You need to think through what are the risks in the overall process. You need to think through how those risks can be mitigated. What are the control processes that you need to consider when you are designing a process? And then what are the regulations that you need to consider? If you are in the healthcare industry, then have you taken care of HIPAA privacy laws? If you are in the wealth management domain, have you really called out that investments are subject to market risk? Right? So what are the regulations that you need to consider and how do you need to account for that? Have you considered the privacy requirements? Have you considered the data requirements, where the data is to be housed? So for example, GDPR. If you have European customers, how is their data protected? If you have California customers, how is their data protected? What are the regulations out there that you need to consider when you're designing the system? So this was a quick overview of the popular framework for analysis. If you want to learn how to apply this framework in real world project and practice some of the real world project so that you can be a rock star in your IT team, then join our project workshop where we analyze real world business systems and work on real world projects. That's it for today. See you soon with another knowledge sharing video. And don't forget to subscribe to mondayskills.com. With Monday Skills, you learn fast and succeed faster. See you soon.